We're live?
Am I live?
I'm not ready. Hang on a second.
You're like trapped in the spaceship over there.
This is a moon base. I'm on a moon base. This is a moon base.
Okay.
I live on the moon.
Yes.
You didn't know?
Well, I think you had a different set last time.
I did.
Last time you came on.
Yeah, this is where we've upgraded the moon base here. We got a lot of cool, neat new features. I got a robo cam. You want to see my robo cam? Look at this. Watch this. Watch this.
Sure.
Ooh, robo cam. That's cool, huh?
I feel so inferior. Like I don't even feel like I'm worthy to be talking to you because this is true. This is my version of the RoboCam. Do you like this?
That's pretty cool too. Do you have a prosthetic or something? What makes it robo?
Oh my god. Well, revolving maybe. That's right.
Oh,
revolving.
Okay. I see. Yeah. I've got your chat behind me here. That's your chat right there.
Yeah. Okay.
That's pretty
fancy.
Neat.
Here, that's fancy. So thanks for coming on tonight. And I actually have no idea what's going on in your life or your channel or anything.
Yeah, me neither. A lot of people don't. But happy to be here, by the way.
So is there anything before we get started? Because I mostly wanted to begin by talking about your unfortunate breakup with like Bromance BreakUp with Marilyn Manson. Oh, but first of all, is there anything you want to tell us? Like any updates?
I don't know. Well, you're dragging me through some really tough memories here. Number one, it kind of hurts to talk about that, but okay. I actually specifically asked, by the way, before this began, that we don't bring up any Marilyn Manson stuff. You promised me we wouldn't talk about it, but now that you're putting me on the spot here live, I guess I'll do it.
Well, I had to lure you in with the promise of talking about, metaphysics or something. But
should I introduce myself? Like people don't know who I am. I'm a nobody. Hi, I'm Jesse. I know this looks insane. I'm a nobody. Like don't sit there and go, oh, is this like a big show or no?
It's like a bait and switch with you. Like
yes.
You see this great soundstage.
Yes, it is all spectacle, no content.
So we were sabotaged in the middle of, you were about to tell me about what's going on in your life right now.
Oh yeah. Here's what happened. So we've talked a little bit on and off behind the scenes every once and again. And one of the last times I spoke to you, I said something. I maybe jumped the gun a little bit because I told you I had cancer.
You did. You said you had ball cancer. Can I say that?
Yeah. You can say ball. Well, I don't know.
Are we live?
Yeah. I thought I had cancer of the balls, as you put it. Me, I would say testicles, but you say balls, and it's your show, so I'm going to go with you on this one. Yeah. I thought I had a lump. I didn't think I had a lump, and I was in real bad pain out of nowhere. No warning signs, no nothing. Just I stood up from this very chair one day, and I was in crippling pain. It was like I'd been stabbed in the balls. And I went to the doctor, and they were like, I was like about to pass out. Like I was fainting. I don't take this sort of stuff real well. And also the doctor was extremely rough with my balls. Really got up in there. It was a nightmare. And so I thought for sure I had a tumor. Turns out it was just something called a hydrocell. Now, do you know what that is?
It sounds like something I might want.
Yeah, it's a new way of drinking water. It's a purer form. No, I don't. Okay, so here's the thing. They told me you have a hydrocell, and I said shh, because I was going to pass out if I listened to any more of what they're saying. Because she's saying like, oh, you're going to have to get surgery and blah blah blah. And yeah, sometimes you can wait it out, and it'll just go. And I said, oh, it can just go away on its own. And she was like, yeah, you should probably get the surgery because they'll come back. Okay, I'll just wait it out and not do anything, and not have my balls opened up. Check. So yeah, I don't know what it is. They gave me paperwork on it and I refused to read it. I'm one of those.
This sounds like a good approach to your healthcare.
Out of sight, out of mind is my way of doing healthcare 100%.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it turns out that was a cancer scare. It was bad. Like, it was really bad pain. I was on 3 different pills for like weeks, and it was really, really terrible. And it probably is going to come back. I'm pretty sure it's like rearing its ugly head right now, actually. But it's a weird thing to say about my genitals.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what it means either. But yeah, I think I'm probably fine.
But you're not dying though. Is like basically the TLDR.
I'm probably dying, but it might
really slow.
It's not necessarily testicular cancer.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to look that up when we get off here. But
no, again, do not
look
that up. Don't read anything. Don't tell me about it specifically. I don't need to know anything. But for like 6 months, I was like not doing shows, and people were really like the people who watch my show, PodAwful. They were like mad, and but I just keep getting sick. I'm actually sick right now. I keep getting sick over and over again in new and creative ways, and I thought I would be 100% fine because I'm vax maxed.
Yeah. It didn't take care of it for you.
Listen, let me be very clear. I'm no conspiracy theorist, okay? Conspiracy theories are how we got into this mess with one Mr. Brian Warner, if you want to be truthful about the matter. I'm no great conspiracy theorist or anything like that. And I'm no doctor, obviously. But they said, get the vaccine, get out there, get your boosters, get this. And they had the Janssen & Janssen one. They had the Moderna. They had the some countries had the AstraZeneca. What was the other one? Pfizer. Yeah, that's the one I forgot. So I got them all, and I got them multiple times because it turns out when your VAX program is run out of a trash bag tent in a CVS parking lot, there's really no oversight going on.
Really?
You can go through there multiple times a day.
Well, while you're delirious, let me ask you. I wanted to talk about your breakup, your bromance breakup. Now, those are my terms, maybe not yours, but with Marilyn Manson, because I know that was hard for you. And I wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that because I don't know if you've really like gotten all of that off your chest.
A clone of Hitler. It sounded like an overused trope from 1970s Hollywood. Yet there he was, a boy of 12 being groomed. My mission was to extricate him from the organization that had brought him to life and take him to the States. I thought he could be saved. I was determined to save him. Then I learned about the 4 conditions, and the 4th condition had already been met. Now, everything would be forever changed.
Available now from author Paul Sand. You can find him at www.paulsand.com.
Really?
I did an episode a while back about it, and I'd never really updated again.
When did you become friends? How did that happen? I saw you on a roller coaster with him.
That's true. Now, for those of your viewers who didn't see my previous appearances on this channel, I am very good friends and have been for a while with Marilyn Manson. It's what put me on this channel.
I would say like blood brothers, even.
Literally, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, remember when Angelina Jolie and Billy Bob Thornton had vials of each other's blood around their neck?
I do remember that. I think it was very romantic.
Well, me and Brian, we had the same deal. He actually took his back, though. He still has my blood, which I'm concerned about. I don't know if he's going to be shoving it into tubes or what he's going to be doing, putting it in a jar and having it in the background of a music video. It does scare me what he might be up to with it. But So yeah, you know, oh, you're gonna throw me on here? Okay, let me throw a little production value in here. All right.
Whoa.
Here's the deal.
Whoa.
I met Marilyn Manson. I call him Brian, but I met and I know a lot of his close friends, they say we just call him Manson. Everybody calls him Manson. But when I met him, he was just Brian. This was back in the day when the band was Marilyn Manson, you know, the guy was Brian. And we're both I grew up in Florida. And got a lot of family still in Florida. And so I knew him in the early days of all of this. And we lost touch for a little while. You know, we didn't keep up forever. But we kind of got back in touch, actually, around the time that he started dating Evan Rachel Wood. And I might be the first guy to say to him, I don't know about this shit. Are you disagreeing with that thought? Do you think he should have dated her? Like, do you think it turned out to be a good thing? Why are you laughing?
I know. I mean, it was prescient advice. He should have taken it. You know, what did he say? What did he say?
I have sort of what I call a fifth sense for these sorts of things.
For personality disordered women?
Yeah, a lot of people would say they have a sixth sense for it, but I have something called anosmia.
Yeah.
I can't smell. So, I have a fifth sense for BPD women, you know, anybody walking that border, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, going hot and cold, you know, that kind of lady. And I've gained this, and anybody who's seen my show can attest to this. I've gained this through years and years of dating those women.
Experiments, like for the good of science.
Scientific. I actually did treat a lot of them like they were scientific experiments, which I believe is one of the things that Manson was accused of in the lawsuit against him. Is scientific experiments.
It's probably on the list. Yeah, no, they should add it. Someone will add it to the list. So, okay, so you what happened with your breakup though? I saw you on roller coasters with him. Looked like you went to Disneyland with him and with his wife.
So during the kerfuffle of this lawsuit happening and my own person, I happened to, separate from my friendship with Manson, I happened to have made an enemy of Ilma Gore, the Ashley Gore, the other person suing him, and this whole thing, you know, the FBI agent Ashley Gore. And I had, on a completely separate thing, I hate her. She ripped me off. She's a con artist. I've called her a con artist for years. Yeah. And so as a result of seeing that her name was on this thing, I go, I got to get back in touch with Brian. We gotta start, you know, I got to give him my notes on this Ashley, because he might not realize just how deep the rabbit hole goes when it comes to the con artistry of this woman. So my grand plan was to reconnect with him and give him that stuff. But at a certain point, you know, I got sentimental about the old days. Again, we're both from Florida. And I started thinking about the days where we used to go to Universal Studios or Disney World together, you know, the theme park, the many theme parks, SeaWorld. Brian loved SeaWorld, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shamu fan. Huge Shamu fan. And that documentary Blackfish came out, and it broke my heart thinking about it, because I know he had no idea those tortures were happening to those. By the way, why call it a fish? It's a mammal. Let's treat it with the.
That was a really depressing documentary. I think that was a tough watch.
Well, that documentary is where I learned the term the kneeler. They used a device called the kneeler on the dolphins and whales there.
No.
Yeah, they would make the dolphins and whales kneel on this thing. I mean, listen, they don't have knees, obviously. So it's like they're folding their tail in sort of like an uncomfortable way. And that's how they would sort of cage them in their little pen area before coming out for the big show in the big tank. They kept them on this thing, the kneeler. And then also, I don't want to go too blue here. I'm not one for blue humor or crude, crass lascivious language.
Mhm.
So I don't want to overstep my boundaries here, but I'm talking about this thing from the documentary Blackfish, when they would put the dolphin on or the whale on the kneeler. One of the trainers, one of the swimmer guys, oftentimes would come in and fuck them in the blowhole. It was a sexual torture device for the kneeler.
Is that why the dolphin went crazy?
Now, here's the thing that some of those people said that the dolphins consented to it. And I don't know if you've ever, I don't know how much you know about dolphins, but
Not as much as you, apparently.
well, again, I grew up going to SeaWorld with Brian quite a bit, but dolphins are not only fully capable, but they like to SA humans, okay? To R-word humans, not the other one. The one you're not allowed to say on YouTube. I don't know which one you're probably not allowed to say either one. I'm not talking about Down syndrome. They like to, you know what I mean?
I
can't read you. Like you're a brick wall.
Are you asking me how much I know about dolphin sexuality?
No, I'm asking if you know that I'm trying to say R-A-P, another letter, E.
Oh man. What's the story again though? What are you talking about?
What were we talking about? Hang on a second. Dolphins do
Hey, so
humans.
I have a question though. We'll come back to the dolphin right in a moment.
Well, you can't say that on the.
Well, I say that.
I just went to great lengths.
I know you did. I was wondering why you were doing it.
I can just say it. Every other streamer,
I'd appreciate it. You don't want to say it too much.
Every other streamer, I go on their thing and they're like, you can't. Oh, they literally call it the R word. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that's retard, right? And they're like, am I allowed to say retard?
You just said it.
Okay. Well, because now you're saying I can say rape. So now what you can't. Now here's
not enthusiastically though. You can't.
I didn't say. Hang on. Now I feel like I'm being accused maliciously. Is this because
you're being Me Too tonight? That's why I had you here. That's why you're here.
This is a Me 3.
Your record of harassment against women is coming to an end tonight.
Chad, I got blocked a half hour ago. Yes, I did.
Not by Colonel.
So you think I'm a joke? Is that it? You know what? I have star power. If you don't like me, I don't care. I really don't.
PodAwful, you have at it. I'm just
Mini-Manson, I promise you from the bottom of my heart.
What's your problem with me?
I promise you there's no way Colonel Kurtz did that because we were talking this whole time.
Yeah.
So what I was told, and this wasn't directly, this was, friend of a friend because, he and I had our split.
Is there a rave going on in there? Sorry, I was just a little distracted. I need to be
I'm sorry, this is a fidget spinner that my friend Tony made for me. It's got my picture on it, Marilyn Manson's, and David Bowie's. He made this for me.
There's no chance. It's happening. There's no chance. I guarantee.
Wait, is someone suing someone? Or did you say someone was suing someone?
Yeah, so Mersh is threatening to sue me for making fun of him. Do you know who Alex Stein is?
Should I know?
Yeah, he lives in Texas. I'd be shocked if you hadn't seen him before.
I'm sure I've run into him then, yeah.